Adam, when did you first realize that you could sing? That you had like a high tenor voice?
Probably I was 10, 11, and my voice, as you can imagine, I had an extraordinarily high pre-puberty voice. I was answer the phone and be like, oh,
hey, ma'am, your sister. Right.
I was like, that's fucked up. That shit left a mark. That shit left a mark on me.
Whatever, it paid off.
Yeah, it did. Had this amazing. I always talk about him because he's the greatest. He passed away, which is awful because I wish he could have seen all the wonderful things that got to happen. But my music teacher when I was in elementary school was this really kind of boisterous, loud, amazing piano player singing. This was always sweating from singing, loved the whole thing, and we'd sit in music class, and I wanted to be a basketball player, like an athlete. I didn't think music was cool really when I was 9. I'm probably 10, 11, 12 when I started getting into it. But he told me I could sing. Mm-hmm. And he pulled me aside, and it was me and this other kid who wound up becoming an opera singer, which is crazy. And he would pull us aside every day after. He's like, you guys are so good at this. Like, you don't understand. You guys are very, very good singers. You can sing. You should. And I was like, whatever. Stupid.
How would he hear you? How did he know?
Because he could walk around and he would see and he'd hear. Also, it's easy when no one can sing. Like when someone can sing a little bit, you can tell. Yeah. But I was just shy, and I started playing guitar and still didn't want to sing. And the only reason I became a singer is because I was literally just the best guy in the band at singing. Yeah. So I wasn't very good at it when I started, especially live. And then that, of course, over time.
So with Kara's Flowers, the group that Maroon 5 eventually morphed into, what was the lineup and the whole division of labor in that? Like, who was singing? Who?
I was singing in Kara's Flowers. I was always the singer. I was always the lead singer. It was guys did background vocals, and the songs were like I wrote weird songs about nothing because I was so young. I didn't know anything to write about. So I wrote
How
about,
were you when you guys started?
15.
All right. So what band? Every group starts off as a prototype of what they would like to follow.
Oh yeah. First it was
for Kara's Flowers.
First it was Pearl Jam, and then it morphed into Weezer. Wow. You know what I mean? Wow. It was the time because you're kids, so you just you take on whatever you're in love with musically. So and then we got signed to Warner Brothers to Reprise as Kara's Flowers, and at that point the music was so weird. It was cool kind of power popping music, but the lyrics were so whack and crazy. I can't believe that's actually out there for people to listen to. So yeah, it was a product of the times again, the 90s, kind of poppy. Power poppy, I guess.
And what year was this?
Year?
97.
Okay. Gotcha.
Who produced it?
Rob Cavallo.
Wow. Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah. So this is a whole other. I have a whole other life.
Tell me. I want to know this shit. Hit me. Cavallo, super manager, Prince, Earth, Wind and Fire.
And still one of my closest friends. He's the best dude. Super talented. And then Bob, his dad, managed all of them.
Oh, this is his son.
Rob is his son. He produced Green Day.
He did Goo Goo Dolls, I think.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was two.
But yeah, anyway, he saw me play, and then we wound up getting signed before high school was over. So that was a crazy. And back then it was kids weren't getting
What was that like?
Oh my God!
I witnessed Boyz II Men go through that in high school.
Well, remember, first of all, it led nowhere. But the initial, the contract, the hemorrhaging money making a fucking record because it was back in the day when people used to spend.
Yeah, when there were actual recording budgets.
Oh my God!
You were in 10th grade when you got signed.
11th grade.
Fuck. So what were you thinking back in 11th grade?
I'm yo, I'm making it.
And who's reading your paperwork?
We were good. It was, but also look the record deals of the past, because we got a little, and we had a failed record deal that we soon dropped from, so, but we had a record deal where it was if they let us go, they had to pay us. That will never happen.
That's a Wilco situation.
A zero
17,
success.
wow.
Matter of fact, Wilco learned from Reprise.
Oh yeah. So that was a different time of the record business, but it was a learning experience and it was fun. But yeah, Rob produced the record, and this was he just produced Green Day, so we were oh shit, here we go. Bam, record went nowhere, sold 8 copies. They dropped us a year later.
Well, wait, since you got signed in '96, can I take a wild guess that, because I'm wait, you guys were super young when they signed you. Were they trying to cash in on the Hanson kind of?
Well, here's what I was going to say. No, because we were we were way more alternative.
Okay.
When we first started.
Who's the trio from Australia that also was your
Silverchair.
Was it more akin to that, or?
Who said Silverchair?
That was
I
Bill. Yeah.
That's why he's here.
Silverchair. We weren't that grungy either. Like it was just. That's what I was gonna say. Though, it was so rare. Like back then, like maybe different in pop music, but being a band that's that young, there was no one. Literally, like, remember, like Ben Lee had a thing where he was like, "Holy shit, they signed this kid
Second
who's
Coming.
like 16."
Yeah.
That was it. It wasn't like there was all these bands being signed. So it was very rare to get the deal in the first place. And I think like even back then, like everyone knew kind of like, oh, these kids might make it someday, but I'm not sure this is the iteration
Today
that's
ain't the day.
gonna do it for us. It was a wild time. I mean, being a senior in high school, every day leaving school and driving to like Conway.
Wow.
It was
Ooh,
like
post Death Row Conway too.
oh, and hey, Can-Am, baby, that was some shit.
Can-Am.
You went there?
I did. I took a tour.
Can you say anything?
It was post. No, it was post that. Anyway, I was a kid. I was going to this fucking place. I was like, wow. Like it was the most. And I get there too. You're young too. So I was like, let's get food. Let's order all of the Cheesecake Factory.
Yep. That whole menu. That's a big ass fucking menu.
Son.
Yeah.
It was a thing. It's the
Lettuce
90s.
wraps.
It's the
Get
90s.
into it.
It was the 90s.
Yes.
They had those big
Yo.
fucking books with like every
Yeah.
restaurant
I
in it.
hate
I
Biggest
don't
menu ever.
Dude, I do not.
I need some pod stickers and a steak.
Dude, can I? Okay.
Yo, the
can I just-
avocado egg rolls.
Yep. Can I explain to people?
Wait a second.
That brown bread that they give you in the beginning.
That was the most
the biggest fucking
soulful
menu ever.
Yo.
Oreo
Cheesecake Factory
cheesecake.
fucking
slap I've ever seen. That was so
so much
heartfelt.
pressure. The
Yo.
Cheesecake Factory menu. It's so much pressure.
No, wait. Hey, give me a second. Because I even have to acknowledge, like, that was the most I felt seen moment I've ever had on the show. Because I got to explain to you guys that when you realize what the
Lasagna.
perks are of this job, the second that you realize that you get access to free, unlimited quality food,
Yeah.
I always tell the story of Wendy Goldstein having a refrigerator with nothing but orange juice in it. Like, think of the way that they open the refrigerator in Nothing But a G Thing or whatever. It's like all 40s in there. When she opened that,
So specific.
all the Roots looked at each other like, yo,
Her vitamin
all that
C's
cherry.
off.
And then next thing you know, she went to the vat, whatever. We just started housing all of her orange juice. But, dog,
You
yeah.
can't believe it. You can't believe it. I'm telling you. I never
Pay
forget
orders.
The books.
Yeah, it's a
fucking
binder.
books.
The
This
cheesecake.
Oh, and
Mexican food,
Oh,
Asian
every
food,
menu,
Italian
fucking-
food.
like 3
With-
menus per page.
With
Yep.
ads.
Oh,
With
yeah.
ads. Like, why are there ads in the
Dude,
menu?
we wouldn't even have sessions at. We would just know that we had an account at a specific studio.
Yeah.
Like, that was the original Postmates. We just go by Battery Studios and order shit and be like,
How
charge
about
it
that?
to
Hey, how about that? How about the fact that someone's gonna go get it?
Yeah.
Right.
And
yeah,
bring
you
it
had a
back to
runner,
you.
Yeah.
Best.
Way before DoorDash. Y'all don't know what these folks are talking about right now, youngins.
It's the ultimate
It was a different
luxury.
time.
Before Postmates.
It's
Well-
still, I still not over it. I'm still like, you get this from me, bring it back.
and long distance.
Oh God.